Couple people, it won't be like you. Okay, hi everybody. I got Lance over here, and you committed to coming down, so I so appreciate that.
Yeah, well, you got it started.
I don't know what I've done.
I found out last night, so Mercedes says she wants to do it, and then Chelsea, who does the video and everything, says she wants to go, and then I found out my wife.
Annabelle paid for her to go?
I didn't know that till last night. I'm hearing it live, and I'm going, oh.
I didn't know Annabelle paid for it either.
I didn't know until last night, and then, of course, I wanted to come down here. Now, look, we're right on the border of Texas right now. We live in Dallas, and, every night we're looking at the news, and, what drives me crazy is that the narrative is like a battle. The narrative is locked, stuck. It's stuck. It's like you see, meanwhile, another 100,000 this month came over, 100,000 next month.
Yeah.
But now you come down and talk to the parents, which was your idea.
Yeah.
What was your idea?
Well, no, listen to this. Okay, yes. So we wanted parents to come down, and we have moms and dads concerned, just like me. Like one of my girlfriends was like, hey, there's not a crisis at the border. I'm like, no, I really think there is. Then I got to thinking, maybe there's not. Who wants to go to the border with me? And I had all these women that wanted to come down. So, but do you remember when I told you when I got here and I was praying and there's all this warfare?
Yeah.
Like in the earlier broadcast today when Walter was sharing, he was talking about how these kids get recycled over and over again crossing the border. And I remembered when I got here and I kept praying, I said, Lord, protect the babies. Lord, protect the babies. And I'm sitting here thinking, Lord, what are you talking about with babies? Like, this isn't an abortion thing. This isn't a pro-life thing. Well, come to find out, like, these are the real victims. Like, when you talk about real victims, and people
what does
are
it mean?
renting.
What does it mean? Explain them. So, what do you mean to come over their site? What is that? Why?
They're like, okay, so in order to come into the country, you're a lot easier to get in. They have to release a family. So if somebody comes in with a kid, they have to release the family. And so these kids are coming in with families, and then once they're actually in the country and released and processed, which takes 24, 48 hours, not that long, then they just go on their way. And then that kid, instead, because it really wasn't that person's child, not biological child, they get recycled back through the system. So then whoever that smuggler is takes them back to either Guatemala or Mexico, or in some cases, those are illegal families living here that are renting their kids out for that. They're renting their kids out. And so what happens is if the child gets, collected, let's say, I don't know what the word is, but like if Border Patrol picks them up,
right,
then they get put into, government processing, and they try to find the family. A lot of times it's an illegal that's living here. In 80% of the cases, it goes back to the illegal mother or father who's living here, who's renting their child out to the cartels. And here is the other really crazy thing, and then we can talk about what I think God wants to do. But what I realized today in that meeting is that this is actually a big business. This is like selling a timeshare or a vacation package, that they're going and selling these people on the idea of coming here, and the cartels are funding it. I mean, they're selling them, and then they're making more money off of trafficking people than they are of drugs. It's a business model.
And I could tell you, I don't have to mention names. I'll just say there are forces in the United States that are so into this cause, funding it as an activism, that it wouldn't surprise me at all that there's money that is actually going into this process from the radical left in order to help work with the cartels who are acting as though they're chaperones for the mutual interest of both parties. Democrats want the votes, cartels want the money for the drugs, and by the way, they make $300 a pop for every person they bring over. They're doing 1,000 a day, so it's $300,000 a day. There's more money in people and the slavery of people than there is in marijuana right now.
In trafficking people. And I mean, it's crazy some of the stuff that we heard too, where, like you've got people, Chinese people, Arabs, from all over the world that are coming through here, paying $10,000, $15,000 to get through. And it's just nuts. So in the midst of it, the thing that I think cries out to me is just this feeling of lawlessness and corruption. I mean, even in the American government, they said the last 5 sheriffs in this area have been imprisoned because of corruption, of taking money from cartels.
Think of that, man. Think of it. So who hasn't been caught? How many deputies, how many other officials are paid to? This is why there's nothing changing. You have to ask yourself, which is why we're here.
Yeah.
We're here because you can take a quick pan of the group here.
Okay, I gotta flip it around anyway. I might make you hold it because my arm is falling. Yeah. Anyways, this is our whole group here. We got about 30 people.
Well, we got to run.
What'd you say?
We got to get to our next location.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, she's just holding it. She was going to hold it for us. Hey, thank you. Perfect. There we go.
The main thing is, if there isn't a popular, more and more I'm seeing, It's politics. I don't trust the right. I don't trust the left. I don't trust Republicans or Democrats. There's probably 30% of the Republican Party is legit. The rest of them have an incentive for moving slow and ignoring your voice. So we're going to change that. This is the beginning of a populist engagement. It'll go fast because between now and 2020, we're going to have thousands of people exposing what's going on in America and on the border.
Yeah, it's good. And I think the point for us too really is that like Christians have got to get informed. I mean, this is just a group of normal citizens that came down to see the border. You know, we've had amazing help organizing it. And the things we've seen and the stories we've heard. I mean, I don't know if you were there this morning. They said there's so many like exotic animals on the Mexican side that when they had a flood, they found 6 hippos in the Rio Grande because it's like it's the climate and it's cultured, so they thrive in it. But it's like I thought that was a good border security thing is to add the hippos in. But anyways, it's just the crazy stories of the families, these angel parents that are with us, what Border Patrol has to go through. It is so broken, and so I just want to expose it. And I think more believers have to become informed because it's not a pleasant thing to look at. It's like talking about the abortion issue or something really painful. People don't want to look at it, but we have to become informed, and then we have to put pressure on our congressmen and women to take action because Trump can't do it alone.
And look, and the problem with Christians is we're kind of like deceived, to put it bluntly. So we're supposed to be wise as serpents, as harmless as doves. What the devil does is he hits the harmless part, and you see the children and the struggling people, and if it was your family and Jesus was a refugee running from Herod, and so you get that garbage in your head. You don't realize that a lawful process of immigration means that you bring into your country the people you want. A stupid process is you let the devil into your house or the pedophile into the nursery at church. That's what America's doing right now. You understand that? This isn't about the distressed people. This is about a system that is being manipulated for money, for drugs, for sex and slave trafficking. And that is a blight on the Christians that are sitting there helping the left pull this crap off.
Yeah, agreed. Woo. Good thing it's on my page and not yours.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I better stop talking.
Hey, thank you so much for watching, you guys. And I think you get it. I mean, here, check out all these cars over here underneath the bridge. That's Mexico, you guys. They can just swim right over. Here's the ski-doo you can take later if you want to come. So it's way too easy to get in the country. Like, it's way, way, way too easy. And it's just the horror stories that people are sharing. It's just crazy. So I'm so glad, Lance is here. We've got a lot of different news outlets here. So if you do your part, and please share, please, like the broadcast. Go watch some of these other broadcasts I've been doing. I know it can be a little dry. It looks like it might be a little dry with somebody talking in a room, but the data in those from this morning is amazing, and you gotta go watch it and check it out. So please share, please become informed. We have to make them listen, and this has to stop. It has got to stop, and you and I have to be the ones that say enough. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.